Hello word nerds and welcome to my kitchen. It's late at night. I'm wearing my cat shirt, which I wear whenever I'm about to have an existential crisis. Crisis cats. Today's video is gonna have a little bit more of a chaotic energy that's kind of more several years ago word nerds, Meghan. I've been doing a lot of really scripted videos where I try and give all this really helpful information, and I really like doing those. I have a lot of fun with them, but I also kind of miss talking about what's going on in my personal writing journey. We're bringing it to my kitchen today because my office is right next to where my child is asleep right now, because it's the middle of the night. And I figured if we're going full chaos, unscripted, talking about writing life, why don't I do one of the only things that has been bringing me joy, which is making things in the kitchen, because I am that quarantine stereotype. And also I got this cool pan. Where's my pan? Where did it go? Yeah, so I got this Madeleine pan and I really wanted to make them tonight, but I also needed to film a WordNerds video for Thursday when this is gonna go up. So we're gonna do both of them. I'm gonna make a lot of metaphors for publishing during this video, so get ready. Aprons are great for baking because they help you not get messy. They can be great for writing too because you can wipe your tears on them when your book refuses to write itself. Right now I'm getting my eggs to room temperature because cake likes that. I don't know if I said that at the beginning. That's what this is. It's a type of cake. I know I just made a joke about being a total quarantine stereotype, which I sort of am, but I also actually started baking a lot more back in November, December of 2019, and it pretty directly correlated with me getting ready to go back into the query trenches. I haven't talked a ton about that on this channel because I don't really know exactly how much you're allowed to talk about with regards to something like that. But the gist of what happened was my agent stopped representing what I write. I still really respect my former agent and I think she's really cool. That being said, there were a few things with the whole situation that made it feel extremely out of my control and very confusing. All of this to say, as I was gearing up to get ready to query again, it was extremely high anxiety. Everything felt very out of my control, and one of the things that I like about baking is that if you're really precise, it's all in your control. I know that if I get these eggs to a good temperature and I whip them with sugar for X amount of minutes, it'll look like this. And as much as we talk about like focusing on your craft and doing the best you can, I can do all those things and focus on my craft and get the plot perfect for what I can do and have wildly different results. I wrote and queried a book 4 years ago that was significantly worse than the books I've queried since. And that one had my best full request rate. Sometimes you've just got a good pitch and it works. Sometimes you've got a better book. Even though like I'm putting the same amount of work into it, there's no amount of precision like in baking that I can use to guarantee the same outcome with books. Anyway, so that was a lot of words to say that, you know, I'm querying again and I don't have any news. Otherwise, I would be one of those people on Twitter who's like, I have news, but I can't say it. I've been focusing a lot more on craft generally, just trying to make myself the best possible storyteller that I can be. You know, if I just keep trying and keep getting better at writing, eventually it will happen. Because I mean, that's true as long as you don't give up. And I've been writing books with the intention of getting published probably for the last 8 years. Yeah, almost exactly 8 years this month. So, I mean, I have no reason to give up now. I've only been querying for like 4 or 5 years. And when I say 4 or 5 years, that's not really like if you're hearing that and you're like, oh my God, no, this is my future. Like, that's not the case. I was represented for 2 of those years, but sitting on this end of things, it feels like a very long querying journey. This is a really depressing video, so let's talk about less depressing things. Yeah, I very much love the book I'm querying right now. It is a very dark YA fantasy that a recent beta reader put a comment on my first chapter that said, "Are you sure this is a YA?" So that's an existential crisis for another time. All joking aside, I really do feel like I have figured out what it is that I really enjoy writing what's my style, what's my voice. When I queried the book that got my first agent, I had so many voices involved in that beta process, and they were voices of people who I really respected as writers, and I had a hard time telling, well, what is good advice versus what should I say no to, because that's my voice. And I really do feel like I'm hitting my stride there, and I know what I want from my books. I know what I want people to feel when they read my books. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my writing journey. I am drafting a new project, occasionally feeling bouts of existential dread about writing, but overall feeling okay. I'm spooning the cake into the pan right now, obviously. This is my first time ever making madeleines. It's a weird texture. Hopefully it's supposed to be weird. Kind of like a metaphor for publishing, in which it feels like surely this isn't happening to everyone, but it is. I mean, not everyone, but a lot more people than you would think. I was in Pitch Wars back in 2016, I want to say it was, and have found great comfort in that community. Being able to have other people who have gone through or are going through the same thing that I'm going through is definitely nice. I mean, like, you always hope that all of your writing friends are going to have it so easy and they'll get a book deal immediately, but that's not the case. And when it's not the case for you, it's occasionally nice to know that you're not the only one. So yeah, this video has a moral. You're not alone. That's my favorite moral for WordNerds videos. This batter feels so weird. It's making it very hard to keep my train of thought. I also was not paying enough attention and put about 2 tablespoons too much of butter in it, so we'll see what that does. Doesn't look so cute, like a first draft. Crisis cats are back. Shout out to you if you've stuck around for this whole video. Hopefully this was helpful to you in some way. Please comment below and let me know what you're doing in your writing and reading life. How are things going? My rambling might not have been helpful for you, but if you then get the chance to ramble about your publishing life in the comments and have me be like, yeah, you're doing great, then maybe it'll be something useful. I don't know. I do know that I'm gonna devour this cake. I do know that I'm extremely grateful for you all. And yeah, I hope you all finish off your week strong and that you have cake if you're able to. Be sure to tune in this Sunday for our usual live chat. I believe it's a game night, so it'll have probably higher levels of chaotic energy than this video did. I cannot wait to see you all then, and until then, stay nerdy.